So I realize a pattern that I'm living about not getting over energy addictions and looping of conscious mind. Conscious mind has got us into loops as of patterns and thinking and reaction and emotions and so on, polarity and so on. Conscious mind is that drive of personality, looping, uh, polarity, up and down, positive, negative, feeling, emotion, thought patterns, and so on and so on. That is the very core programming of the conscious mind. And by far, that is also what drives this world with its insanity and abuse and crime further each day, because we accept and allow to participate in thoughts, in polarity, in energies, in conscious mind, in thinking patterns, and so on and so on and so on. The same old, all the time. Just accepting status quo, accepting capitalism, accepting the mind, and not stopping the mind, not taking responsibility, 100% responsibility, and becoming honest with oneself and one's mind relationship. So I realize I've been living a pattern because I have had a hard time letting go of anxiety and fear and judgments in particular. I've been addicted to these energies. I've been feeling like when I have anxiety, I feel like I can express more. I feel like when I have anxiety, I can express more explicit, perhaps. I can dare to say more things that I comes from the core of me that I wouldn't say if I was in a more like a relaxed, loving, comfortable position. Like I can express more explicit if I'm in anxiety, but I will hold myself back and be more docile and then calm and accepted and lovable if I'm in that sort of a word of emotion or a feeling. So that desire to be a bit explicit, you can very well say, drives me to addiction of anxiety. My desire to be explicit drives me to be addicted to anxiety. Very cool discovery there. Also, there's this depth to anxiety where I can think I can investigate my sort of my DNA, my descendants of the fathers, my heritage, investigate that through anxiety, which is like a direction we can follow the anxiety, the lightning, the sparks, you might say, the barbed wire or lightning or whatever we call the design of anxiety, and follow it and trace back in one's timeline, in one's DNA, and so on, find out where things occurred that had an impact, they were traumatic, they were dramatic, and so on. That is also very interesting if that is actually a thing, or just something in my imagination, because after all, anxiety and fears and depression is just imaginary. It doesn't really exist. It's just a fucking energy. It doesn't really exist. But to us humans, they are very real because we've been slaving to energies for eons of time, and now we are standing up and ending that addiction as of polarity, as of positive, negative, feeling, emotion, and so on. And I see that I've been addicting to fear. I've been addicting to fear. I've been addicting to fear out of things that I can gain intimacy or sex from playing on fear. I think that I can, by manipulating myself and others with using fear as a physical construct, I would use fear as a tool to manipulate my way to have my desires met, to have intimacy, to have sex, to try to play fear in the game of sex and sexuality, and to have sex. So that I see. I would cling on to fear because, hey, I can play fear. I can manipulate my way with fear, forget the girl, and so on. And that is just like observation, very distinct and particular observation, you might say. So those are two very bright and clear observations that I make about anxiety, that I feel I can express more if I'm in anxiety, and I feel that I can play fair and play the girl for a fool, if you might say, to snare my way into the pants. And I would think that I would have addict to, or have this relationship to self-judgment, because I would have a relationship to self-judgment, because that would perhaps just make me more normal, more accepted, more like the usual kind of stuff, more like everyday person. I'm not quite sure about judgment, but yeah, those are some discoveries that I made today. Thanks for listening.